All right, mass transit systems here in New York and across the nation are being warned to watch out for terrorists. The new alert comes after the 3 suspects linked to the terror raids in Queens appeared in court. The FBI and Homeland Security Department are recommending that transit security officials conduct random sweeps at terminals and aboard trains and buses. A security alert for mass transit systems nationwide sparked by the arrest of 3 suspects in Queens terror investigation. As we said, we have a terror expert with us this morning who's going to talk to us about how we can kind of get around with this system. Tom Ruskin is a security analyst. He's a former NYPD detective, highly decorated, and now the president of CMP Group Security. Thank you so much for being here. So, Tom, you know, with the president in town, with UN dignitaries in town, we're all being told to use mass transit, and meanwhile, there's a terror alert on the mass transit. Right. I mean, as citizens, what do we do? What should we be aware of when we go on the trains and buses? Well,
first, citizens of this city should feel very comforted by the fact that the New York City Police Department every single day does what the federal government is now telling other cities to do. They do random sweeps. Commissioner Kelly has been very proactive at putting additional cops and specialized units in the subways to do random bag checks. Anyone who's taken the subways in the last couple of years has seen these units in the subways checking bags and looking around and looking for the potential of someone who may be targeting the subways, not even blowing it up, just targeting it.
Right. So, but as someone who rides the subway or the bus, what should we look for? I mean, you know, the police can't be on every train and every bus. So what should we be aware of?
Well, the citizens are the eyes and ears of the police department. So they should look for anything suspicious, anything that stands out to them. If they see someone leave a bag purposely or accidentally, they should notify someone immediately that that bag's there. And if they see something that just really raises the hair on the back of their neck, they should tell somebody about it.
The FBI has said in reports that this is the most serious terror plot since 9/11. It's a little frightening that this is still going on in this day and age, but at the same time comforting that the NYPD took action before something actually happened.
Remember, it was the NYPD task force, the Joint Terrorist Task Force with the FBI, that uncovered this plot between New York and Denver, Colorado. So the police department in New York is the best prepared. The people of this city should be rest assured that the police department is doing everything on a daily basis. There have been other plots uncovered. A couple of years ago, they uncovered the plot to do with Union Square Station. Some men in Brooklyn were targeting and had diagrams of the Union Square Station. The police department deals with this every single day, and riders should just be more aware of what's going on. And with the UN Assembly especially, people should just be a little bit more aware.
Yes, I'm hearing that investigators are also looking at storage facilities in our area to see if maybe there is some explosive chemicals that are being stored there. Have you heard that report at all?
I heard it reported on the news stations the same way you're reporting it here this morning. That's not something that's uncommon. Police departments all over the country are watching chemicals that could be used in producing a bomb or a truck bomb or a suitcase bomb, and they're watching those places where you could get those materials.
So what should we do in our day-to-day lives as we, you know, because this is something we dealt with when 9/11 happened, okay? And then not that we got complacent, but we adjusted to living like this. And now we're hearing this again. How do we handle this in our day-to-day lives?
Well, people have to keep the stress level down and understand that law enforcement around this country, as well as in this city, are on top of this. They understand the threats, they understand what they need to do, and they adjust as the calls. They're calling tactical plans every single day to adjust to these threats that are known and not known by the public at times. So really go about your life. If you see something, report it. That's all you can do.
Tom Ruskin, security expert, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. Greg.